Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Monday, July 2nd. Welcome. I hope y'all have had a great week. Um, just another busy week. I always feel like we don't do anything, but it's always so busy. How does that happen? I don't know. Let's see, this week in the world of Verley, Abigail came home on Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday. Um, she had 5 days off to get moved to Houston. That's where she's going to be based out of. And since she's just going to go take turns between her grandparents, the two sets of grandparents that live there, it's not like we've got to get her moved into an apartment or anything like that. So for us, it's been pretty easy. She's mostly just been hanging out. So we're going to leave a little later this morning and take her. Not ready to put her in a car and let her drive all that way by herself. So we're going to go and we'll come back this evening and leave her there. I think she's going to stay with Dax's parents first. They live really close to the airport. And maybe spend some time while we're there going over to the airport, finding employee parking and how that works and everything so that she won't be lost. She will be on reserve for now anyway. Could be a month, could be 6 months. It just depends on what's going on. And basically that means that they'll tell her, from like while she was in Phoenix waiting to finish doing her stuff, they actually put her on reserve. Like one day it was from 4 a.m. to 4 in the afternoon, and she just has to be ready for them to call her and get to the airport. Or one day she was on ready reserve and she has to get dressed and go to the airport and be there. They, I guess, like to have somebody there in case somebody calls at the last minute and can't make the flight, or they need someone. So anyway, we're going to be setting off to do that here in a little bit. I'm excited for her and for myself. Still trying to figure out, how do my kids get this old so fast? I don't understand. Although I'm still trying to figure out, how am I going to explain as they continue to age that they're older than me, because I've decided to stop. So how does that work? I don't know. Let's see what else. Oh, I think it was on Thursday, maybe. Yeah, Addison texted me when she got home from work. Something happened. What happened to the mailbox? I think that's what she texted me. What happened to the mailbox? Indeed. I don't know how many times we've replaced mailboxes where somebody is driving down the road with the baseball bat and they bash in every mailbox down the way. So we quit buying metal mailboxes and we bought a plastic one that doesn't bash in. Well, somebody ran over our mailbox, destroyed the post, the mailbox. There were pieces of the mailbox, ran into the culvert out in front. It had to have done some damage to their car. There's no way it didn't, because they hit the culvert hard enough to almost mash it completely flat. Dax was able to get a jack in there and jack it back open again, but they left a note on a napkin inside the mailbox saying, please call me, and left a phone number. So I called, and very graciously they paid to have the mailbox replaced, which they didn't have to do. I'm grateful that they did. I was just blown away that they even left a note. Not that many people would do that these days. But I called the number on Friday And I told the guy that answered the phone that that phone number had been left in my mailbox. And the first thing he says, was it with a bunch of pictures? No, it was a note. My mailbox got, I guess, run over. And he's like, oh, yeah. Now, wait a minute. You think he's blackmailing somebody and that's why he's waiting on a note in a mailbox with a bunch of pictures? I don't know. That's weird, y'all. Anyway, here's what happened. His 16-year-old daughter is learning to drive, and they came around. We live near a curve in the road. They came around the curve, and there was a bee in the car, and it stung her. And so when the bee stung her, she just let go of the steering wheel and ran over our mailbox and into the culvert. And seriously, who else does that happen to? I mean, I don't even know anymore, y'all. It's craziness. Anyway, he already put a check in the mailbox to pay for it, and he had his daughter write a note saying that she was sorry. She said she was going to start carrying bug spray with her in the car. So it was nice. We have the mailbox back. A new one put up. We'll see how long this one lasts. Yeah, only us. Seriously. I guess really that's all that's going on right now around here. Wyatt's been going to the courthouse on court dates and just sitting in and watching because I guess trying to see, does he really want to be a lawyer? My family tells me that my glasses are broken over here, that the metal's broken. I can't see it in the mirror, so I'm not quite sure where. And if I take my glasses off to look, I can't see it because I can't see without them. So I'm going to have to take their word for it. And I guess sometime this week go see if I can get them fixed. It's obviously so horrible that I didn't even know. What else? Dax is sick. Still, really. He starts feeling better and then just bang, he feels worse than he did before. The doctors keep telling him that he doesn't have an infection, it's all just allergies, but the Benadryl, the Flonase, and the Zyrtec, none of them are doing anything to make it any better. So, I don't know, he's getting pretty grouchy about it. I think that's everything. I guess on to stitching, right? I had been working on this one. I read past my bedtime from Janlin. I finished it. This was a free pattern, as a matter of fact, at janlin.com. I finished all that I'm going to do. There's a little clock here. I didn't do that because I don't feel like it. So, here we go. I read past my bedtime. I thought the books turned out really cute. I struggled with those books, I'm telling you. But now that means I have an empty project bag. This is one of the fancier ones, y'all. And we all know what an empty project bag means. Something must be kitted. You know, I should have started a new project on the 1st. My bag, box, whatever that I keep my whips in, I can't fit any more in. And I've really been itching to work on my oldest project, to start at the front of the box and try to work my way back. My big problem with that is that means a long time in between finishes, because everything that's like at the front of the box is big. That's why it's still there. That's why it hasn't been finished. Well, that and because I haven't worked on it. That makes sense, right? So I did not start a new project on the 1st. I just wasn't feeling it. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. That might be a little, you know, that's like, what? Am I okay? But I did go and pull out my oldest whip. This one is barely younger than the Norman Rockwell. I know it is, I know where I worked when I bought the kit. I bought the kit out of the current catalog. I'm pretty sure of that. And the place I worked when I bought it, it was before I met Dax, and it's been over 25 years since I met Dax. So I know it's older than that. Probably in the neighborhood of 27 years. Let's see, 13 and 18. Yeah, see, the pattern was copyrighted in 1987. I didn't buy it in 87, I'm sure of that, but it probably wasn't too long after that. Anyway, this is it. Cottage quilts. Somebody else has this. I'm thinking maybe Buckeye Stitcher, but I'm really not sure. But I know somebody else has this. I started it way back then, and I put in about 10 stitches, and that was it for, you know, the next 25 years. So I pulled it out. I have done it, worked on it a couple of other times. Like I got this quilt finished. And when I say I had started it way back then, I had put in like, seriously, like 10 stitches down there. And so I've moved, this quilt is done. I had finished it already. And I had done like this line down, I think, maybe across too. So I pulled it out. I've just done probably this little bit right here this time around. And then there's like a lighter blue line that goes around. That's what I'm working on right now. But for now, I want to kind of do this like as a focus on a finish. And I say for now because that could change in half a minute. But I'm kind of, this when I come out here in the mornings, this is what I've been working on. Which also means that my Santa didn't get that much work. I did work on it a little bit. I did. Out of this Celebrations to Cross Stitch and Craft. It's from 1991. The Santa, if you haven't seen it before. I did work on it. Like I said, I did a little bit. I've got, you can see where the bunny's coming along. I've got, I think to finish the bunny, I've got to fill in his ears here and obviously right here and around his eyes. This is part of his hand. So I'll finish the hand off right here in the bunny, and then I'm going to outline the bunny because I'll feel better if I can tell, you know, oh look, there it is, that's what it is. Maybe this helps. So anyway, I did get a little bit done. You can actually see it kind of where he's going to be. So that's a plus, right? And then I worked on my July 4th. It's not going to be done by this July 4th. I come out here and I work on it for a little bit, and then I'm like, I am so sick of the tiny little stitches. So I quit. It is a free pattern from Plum Street Sampler. So I got a little bit more done. I started the red. I actually went and bought another skein of the right color because I don't know what I did with the other one. You can see I've got to come back here and fill in with some white. I decided to go ahead and put in the little blue quilt star things so that as I'm going along with the lines of color, I don't have to worry about it, where I'm supposed to stop and skip and all of that. And of course, I worked on Linen and Threads. I took this one into the house to work on. I decided in the mornings I would work on this one, the cottage, whatever it's called, cottage quilts. Out here, when I come out here in the mornings, I'll work on it and the Santa, and then in the evenings I'll work on the linen and threads. Again, we'll see how long this lasts, because, you know, I'm like one whole day into that idea. Yeah. So, here is where we are. I have made it past halfway. The middle of this acorn is halfway, so I've made it past halfway on this top band. What is this? August. I added another one of these in on August. What I've been doing on this is when I sit down, I'll do 2 lengths of floss stitching on this top one length here, then we drop down into September. September has 3 bands. This is the first one. I'll do a length here, and then as you can see, I dropped down and started the second one for September, and I just did 1 length of floss there. So I figure that way I'm getting a little bit of work done on each one, and like I said, it's all about the head games with me. So I feel like I'm accomplishing more because I'm coming down here and getting different months going. As you can see, the first band on September is passing August here. But when I get this first band in August all the way across, I'll start here with 2 lengths of floss, and then again the 1 and 1, and kind of do like that. Okay. That's probably another one that is right now, this is what I'm doing kind of thing, so we'll see. That's everything I've worked on, I'm pretty sure. That's how I feel anyway. I don't see anything else sitting here. I finished June ahead on my budget. Now I've got to get over there and put it on the Facebook group for Stitch from Stash. June ended the Stitch from Stash year $16.52 in the black. Yay! Now for July, because I'm going to keep doing it all year, we start over again. So my $16 doesn't carry forward, so I have to be good going forward, especially since getting to that $16. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. No, that's right. That's right. Somewhere around there. Let's go with that. Somewhere in that neighborhood. But getting there and staying in the black had a whole lot to do with getting some things finished. And if I'm going to be focusing on bigger things, that's going to be trouble, right? But it's okay, because thanks to Sherry Smith, I have a ton of patterns. I just got a whole bunch of new floss from Listia, and it helped fill in some floss that I'm missing on stuff that I was kitting up and everything. So I shouldn't need to spend the money. I still have my wish list where there are some patterns that if I catch them on sale on 1-2-3 Stitch that I might go buy. But really there aren't that many of those, and I don't go look very often, so I've got that in my favor. So anyway, I guess that's about it. So we can draw for the Shepherd's Bush scissor fob patterns. Who will the lucky winner be? Let's see. Linda Hartsfield. get a hold of me. I will put my email in the in the description box, and or if you follow me on Instagram, you can get a hold of me there, which will also be in the description box. Even if you don't follow me, you can go start. Linda Hartsfield. Ooh, if you can read that. Congratulations. Get me your mailing information and I will get it out to you. All right, everybody. Thank you for everyone who entered. I appreciate it. And I know that I have some other patterns to give away, but right now I have no idea where they are because I have set them aside so that they would be safe, which is the kiss of death in my world. If I put something someplace to keep it safe, it is safe for a very, very long time because who knows when I will ever find it again. Okay, I guess that is it. Thank you everyone for your comments. I have got to get them answered. Yeah. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. Welcome to the new subscribers. I appreciate it. And again, Linda Hartsfield, get a hold of me. Congratulations. Y'all have a great week, and we will see you here next time. Bye.